All right. So what is an opportunity fund? If you saw our last video, we talked about emergency funds, and that's more of a defensive type of fund. But this one is more of a maybe fun fund.
An offensive.
Call it the offensive fund. But this is a taxable account, and we put money in there to build wealth for an opportunity. And so what could an opportunity be?
Yeah, to me, I always think of business opportunities. But there's a variety of things that could come up. I also think of house down payment. I'd say, those are the two main ones. What do you think of?
I think, well, for me personally, I have an opportunity fund, and that is I kind of lump car and house into it. I haven't broken those out yet.
Right.
Maybe I should. But to me, those are an opportunity, and that's what this saving is for. Another opportunity could be maybe a business venture, or a friend invited you on a trip to Europe. Like, this is the fun money.
Travel fund.
Yeah. So this is what that money is for. So how do you know when you're ready for an opportunity fund?
Well, as we said, it comes after the emergency fund, right? So once you have your emergency fund built up and you can fund those unexpected expenses, so 3 to 6 months of living expenses, then start saving even that amount, whatever you're saving to your emergency fund, to an opportunity fund. And so that's when you can cover those base expenses. All right, now what can we do to maybe have some fun, as you said, or start a business venture or something of that nature. Yeah.
Some other notes I have here for when are you ready for one is if you've paid off your debt.
That's a good point.
That takes precedent with some of these things. You want to pay off any sorts of debt. And then also having your retirement funds. You want to be able to save to those.
Make sure you're getting your match.
Yeah. We'll have a different episode on retirement funds, but we'd like to say get in the 10 to 20% in retirement savings before you start funding an opportunity fund. All right, so how much do I put in here? I've opened it up. I have some maybe goals in mind.
Right.
So how do I do it?
Yeah, it varies by person. I would say, as you said, make sure you get your match to retirement. Make sure you're saving. You've got enough in that emergency fund, and then it's up to you to how much you want to burn, if you will, on your day to day. And then how much you want to save for future. And then also kind of think about what could those opportunities be. Like, am I going to be traveling to Europe in the next few years, or could I be, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it all with our clients. Some use an opportunity fund for the next car, while some are using it for maybe even like a third house. So every person is going to be different.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
So how much risk should you be taking with this?
Yeah, so that also depends on how much risk can you handle. I mean, we know some clients who have opportunity funds who are like all the way aggressive, 100% stock, different things, and then some clients who are all the way conservative and they've got bonds and safe cash.
Yeah.
And so we would say kind of determine what your risk tolerance is, and also when you're going to need that money, but you don't know. Yeah. So then maybe, something in the middle, not all the way conservative where it's an emergency fund, but maybe not all the way aggressive where it's, things could happen. And so somewhere in the middle, maybe a good mix of stocks and bonds.
Yeah. And since this is a taxable account, you want to be wary of like capital gains taxes. If you let's say you do have a goal to buy a car in 5 years, you might want to break that out from the rest of the opportunity fund and make that a little more conservative or risky. Like, it just depends on your risk tolerance. We hate the answer of it varies or it depends, but it really does. It really does.
I like what you said too, because you can also kind of have multiple opportunity funds. Like some of our clients will have like a car opportunity fund where it's not all the way in cash, but there's still some growth there, and then a house. And so you can also kind of break it out that way as well. And I think that gives some people some peace of mind. So
I have some common mistakes here. The top one I think is really interesting. It is treating it like a checking account. You don't want to put money in your opportunity fund and then take it out the next day to go buy a $100 restaurant purchase or something like that. That's not necessarily what it's used for.
Yeah, it's for those kind of longer term purchases. Yeah, absolutely. You said something about taxes earlier, capital gains taxes.
Mm-hmm.
I would also argue the opposite side of that, where it's like when you're ready for that opportunity, don't be afraid to like take those taxes, because that's what you've saved for. And a lot of people say, don't let the tax tail wag the dog. And I love that saying, because it's like, yeah, you've made those gains in the market, you've made money. Now, yes, you've got to pay your tax, but you've made that money and you can use that on that opportunity.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid to do that. Yeah.
Same with, I guess, kind of similar to the emergency fund, where don't feel guilty to pull out to pay for an emergency. Same with an opportunity. You've seen this money build up and increase because you've had some great saving habits. Now go do the opportunity. Don't wait.
Absolutely.
So
yeah. That's great.
Yeah, so that's what an opportunity fund is. Make sure you have the emergency fund first. Make sure you're saving to retirement. And then invest wisely based on what the goal is and what your risk tolerance is. So do it.
Go
ahead, start that opportunity. We hope you enjoyed this episode.